Got a call this morning, got a little snow, so we're gonna go out and give it a shot. Let's see. Yep. All right, so I'm gonna take D2 out. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Didn't get my tripod. I was in a hurry. Got kind of a late call, so. Turn the headlights on. Flashers. There we go. Looks like the hydraulics aren't working very good or something. Well, there's not much snow here, so we're doing what we can. I've got my pan down so hard that it's just sliding sideways. I need to lift my pan up, but if I do, it just seems to pull the snow right off the trail. So in case I didn't say earlier, this is Monday, January the 13th. It's been, the last time I groomed was before Christmas, because we haven't had the snow really to groom since then. Lift my pan a little bit. If I lift my pan, it just grabs the snow and pulls it right off. Pretty sad looking. I don't know the answer here. I think the slugs that have been out here just beat the snow right off of it. good at panning that snow down without staying on the trail. I think when I get on Lewiston Grade Road, it should be a lot better. Doesn't get better by the time I get to Jones Lake Road, then I'll just turn around and go back in. Okay, I've put my remote mic on again. Like I say, I didn't bring my tripod. I don't know, I was rushed today. Got a call unexpectedly, hadn't plowed my driveway yet, hadn't brought wood in for the day, and so I got rushed and got some of my stuff and didn't get it all. So this is Lewiston Grade, and in a moment this is the part that the county road takes care of. In a moment we'll get to the part they don't take care of. We'll cross Wilcox Bridge Road. We'll drop the drag down. Right now the drag's on wheels. I gotta watch for traffic here. It's kind of a bad corner. There's a curve on each side here. There's a curve that way, and there's a curve this way. I don't want to get in anybody's way, get in any accidents. Okay, we're good. Hopefully the snow is going to be better out here, but I don't know. All right, so we'll drop it. I'm looking ahead and pointing the camera behind, so I'm not sure how this is working. Let's clean that back window off a little bit before I left. Looks pretty good from here. So Lewiston Grade right here is actually a county road, but it's not maintained in the winter. So in the winter it's snowmobile trail, and we maintain it by grooming it. That's looking halfway decent. So here's where the people come out of the parking lot on Wilcox Bridge Road. And I can see it's had a little traffic. On my way back, I will go in there and groom that. And it allows me to come out on Wilcox Bridge Road in a little safer spot. I'm not used to driving D2 this year. It seems to be making lots of noises, lots of shaky stuff. I think a lot of that's just from the lack of snow on the trail. Yeah. I'm hoping my sound comes out better, because I was getting a buzz before on the tractors in D1. Of course, I had this camera on a tripod sitting on the floor. I've gone in and adjusted the gain on the mic and stuff. I don't know if that's going to solve the problem or not, but when we get to Lovells, I'll go home and get my tripod, mount this back like I normally have it, and we'll see what the outcome is. So right now I'm still publishing December grooming. Actually the first groom in December, and actually the second groom. Yeah, the second groom, I'm working on that. I think I've got it through to up by Blue Bear, and then maybe not that far, I'm not sure. But then, so the next part of it will be from Blue Bear back to Grayling. Then we've got another room that we did at night, and that's another tandem room, and I'll probably try to do that one in 1 or 2 videos. But I want to get enough content for you guys to see what's up here and what's going on. And if you enjoy just going through the woods, that should be good for you. Good for me. I'd enjoy sitting back and watching it again in my living room with the wood burner going and a dog sitting on my lap, a cup of coffee in my hand. Yeah, I don't know how that's coming out, but I'm really getting a vibration off the tracks. I'm sure that's just because the trail is so hard. Maybe I'd change speeds a little bit. That might change a little. Get certain frequencies going on. So we're at mile marker 47.9. So this is trail 47, and that says we're around 9 miles from the beginning of the trail. Actually, since it starts at 1, that'd be 8 miles. And that's approximate because the mile markers, or their emergency locators, are approximately a mile apart. I keep calling them mile markers. They're not really mile markers. So the trip, I'm losing my heat here. The trip from Grayling to Lovells is approximately 16 miles. So a round trip that I'll do today will be 32 miles. And I usually go around 8 miles an hour. So if I don't have to stop and do any work along the trail, I should be able to do that in about 4 hours. Usually takes me longer than that, especially when I stop at home. Okay, well, I'll let you watch the drag for a little while. See, my windshield, back window's kind of dirty. I think it's supposed to have a window washer on it, but that doesn't seem to work very well. So. Okay, when I get up around Jones Lake Road. So I get up around Jones Lake Road, I'll talk to you again. Not much better, but it is snowing. Mostly what I'm doing now with the drag is just panning, because there's not really enough snow there to cut anything, so I really process it very well. You can see my cutters really aren't doing much, but the pan's still flattening it out back there. So I think we have something like 3 miles down Jones Lake Road before we head out in the woods again. I've been at it almost 2 hours. Hard to believe. Can't be. I must have got started late. or this clock is wrong, which could be. Clock here says it's 1:52, and I was getting started around noon. My phone says 1:28, so the clock's wrong for sure. So I guess I've probably been at it for a little over an hour. It looks like all the wind and stuff we had has knocked a lot of trees down. These old jack pines are pretty old. Of course, there's other stuff in there, oak and white pine and what have you. I'm not a tree guy, so I can tell you oak and cherry, and that's about it. Maybe one pine's about the same as the other. But at my house, I can tell you the jack pines from the others, because I got a lot of jack pines. Yeah, this is pretty bumpy. So this is emergency locator 4715. So the next road east of here, east of here is, let me see, don't remember right now, but about this far out, this far south of 612. I think last year or the year before, we went out there and watched the National Guards drop paratroopers out of a C-130. I believe it wasn't just the Guards, I think they were troops here from Great Britain. There's a big open field there, they dropped them out at fairly low altitude. I guess just high enough for them for the chutes to open good. As a pilot, of course, those birds are so big that they don't look as high as they probably are. But I would say they weren't 2,000 feet, but I could be wrong. I don't know how low they do their drops. Any of you out there making your comments? If you know, let me know. Be interesting to find out. I never saw the reason to jump out of a perfectly good airplane until I got on the ground, then I could jump off the wing. right onto the ground. So it's just snowing hard now. It's just soft, fluffy snow, unfortunately. And when I left the house, it was about 25 degrees. You see there's a lot of trails that go in. Well, I think the road where the paratroopers were at a couple years ago was Stefan Ridge Road. And of course that was in the summer. Here comes a couple sleds. Not unusual to get a thumbs up when they go by, and we appreciate that. I wish we had some more snow here so we could do a better job of grooming it and make it a nice smooth trail. But we'll do what we can. Need to get us a base built up. Don't see many animal tracks. I've been seeing a lot of deer around home. Of course, the bears should be hibernating. And they do see some elk up here, but not right in this area. Just north of Lovells, there was a herd of maybe 13, 15, I don't know, between Lovells and Lewiston. And of course, north of that, up by Johannesburg and that area, there's a lot of elk. So there's a lot of side trails up here you can take. Kind of hard to get lost unless your snowmobile totally died, and then you might have to walk a couple miles to get somewhere. But generally, there's between here and Lovells, there's at least 3 crossroads. Actually 4. So you'd come to one of those and just, whether you want to go to North Down River Road, down by 72, or go up to 612, you just turn left or turn right. So there's some hills back here that people like to go right up and down. I think they call it Budweiser Hill. Yeah, Budweiser Hill. Right there. I am 77 years old, so we'll leave that for the younger guys. I like to go out and snowmobile, but I pretty much stay on the trails. I got to be careful when I start acting like a teenager, and I got to remember that I don't hill up as fast as I did when I was a teenager. So when we get off Jones Lake Road up here, I'm going to shut the camera off for a while, and then we'll turn it back on when we get to 612 at Lovells, and I'll show you, if you're snowmobiling and going towards Lovells, how you get through that area, because you have to ride alongside the road, and the signage isn't very good. So when you come, it's Lewiston grade, the last little part. Lewiston grade is an old railroad grade. And apparently it went to Lewiston. That's why they call it Lewiston grade. But anyway, when you get to Lewiston grade 612, you have to turn right and follow the road down across the AuSable River, and you come to F97/Lovells Road, right in front of the store. Turn right. You go down there about maybe a half a mile, and then you'll see the signs on the left-hand side. Get back on Trail 47 and go north from there. And then you've got a trace up there a couple miles. You'll cross 612 again, and then you'll cross Jack Plains Road. And at Jack Plains Road, you got to go right, take the trail to the right towards Lewiston, or take the trail straight through, which will take you up and go to Lewiston that way also. But you can also go to Gaylord that way. You go up there a few more miles past, I think, Old State Road, where you'll either turn right or turn left. Left to Gaylord, right to Lewiston. All right, so this is where the trail leaves Jones Lake Road, heading east. Okay, you can see our orange signs there, and the stop signs, and the signs got arrow on them, and this is 4717. Here comes a snowmobile up the road. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera off for now, and we'll turn it on again when we get up closer to Lovells. We're almost to Range Road, and which means we're about a mile from the end of the part of 47, Trail 47 that we groom. I want to slow this down. I'll show you how I pick my drag up. I have to pick it up, carry it over the road on the wheels. And one of the things I do is I try to slow down and just feather the wheels down so I don't leave a big lump of all right, just a second here. All right, I'm gonna go real slow. Feather the wheels down. See they're moving now. They're rolling. Pick them up a little more. And I'll pick them up the rest of the way. And then I'll dump them. Okay, this is 4726. Again, this is Lewiston grade where the railroad tracks went through. Well, I'll put it this way. It looks to me like a railroad grade, so I assume this is Lewiston grade. I know it is up at the end where it reaches 612. And I can't see any other good place for a railroad to come out than right here, so I assume this is Lewiston grade. The snow sure makes it pretty. The loggers have been in here working this fall, and they pretty much cleared everything off that way. We'll see it here in a minute, I think. I think we're looking at it, but the snow's covering it, so you can't really see it very well. You can see a lot of these trees have fallen down. That's an oak tree. That'll be good firewood. So I burn a lot of wood. Well, here you can see where the loggers have been working. So I don't know if you can see the white streak there. That's the old trail we used to groom. Well, they've taken a lot of wood off here. Looks like that must go pretty close to Bald Hill Road. All right. We'll get up here to 612, and then I'll show you how, if you're on a snowmobile, what you do when you get to 612. Sure is a lot of wood that's falling down. All this popple. They call it quaking aspen. Maybe some other names for it. That's laying down all over the place. I would have thought this is a pretty good grade for a train. It's not real steep, but you can see that it's a continual climb. Of course, those old steam engines only, I think they only pulled a few cars. That was a long, long time ago. Who knows how much this has been changed since then. But look at all the wood down in here. So if you're snowmobiling into Lovells, there's a store there where you can buy gas, and of course they've got sodas in there. In Michigan we call sodas pop, but I learned to call them sodas in the Army. And then across the other side there's a bar with a bar and restaurant, should say. And my understanding is they have very good food there. And they also have a donation box if you want to donate to the AuSable Valley Snowmobile Association. And then we use that money to help maintain our building. Because we own that building. DNR owns the tractors and the drags, but we own the building. Not much snow here. So we're coming in on an angle. There's 612 right there. There's a new house that's going in. They started building it a couple of years ago, and hasn't been any activity on it for a while, so I don't know what's going on. Not exactly sure which side of this post to go on, so I'm going to go on the right side. Why did you put a post right in the middle of the snowmobile trail? Or why put a snowmobile trail where a post is? Whatever. Okay, so we're coming up to 612. And this is emergency locator 47, what is it, 4727. And you can see the orange sign there. It says Lovells. So you just go right alongside the road here. All right, so I got to... So I went home for a few minutes, and now we're on our way back. Oh, don't have much battery left. This is the trail to the parking lot at Wilcox Bridge Road. And on our way back from Lovells, we always go through and groom this trail. So I saw at least 3 cars on the Groom Snowmobile trail today. I'm trying to think about how I should feel about that. I left a nice smooth trail and they put 2 deep lines right down the middle of it. So I see somebody's been cross-country skiing on this. That's cool. I used to do that. It's a lot of fun. Good exercise. All right, so that is the Wilcox Bridge Road snowmobile trail parking lot, trailhead parking, and it's a little easier to get on Wilcox Bridge Road here, so that I can see traffic both ways. And that's the reason we do it that way. Okay, got her peeled up back at the barn. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. Bye for now.